The chairman of Adopt Change, John ONeill, joins me now from Canberra. He was in talks with the Prime Minister earlier today. Mr ONeill, welcome to the program. Tell us, the Prime Minister promised to make it easier to adopt children a year ago. How much progress has been made?
Yeah, thanks, Eliza. And look, I think that the Prime Minister's shown extraordinary commitment and compassion, and we're really extremely impressed and enthused by the announcements he's made today. During the course of the last 12 months, the issue of reforming and improving the adoption system has been on the COAG agenda at least 3 times. And what we heard from the Prime Minister today was a determination to establish a national adoption agency. It's been agreed to by all the states within the next 7 or 8 months. That'll be essential to then create those relationships with new countries where we will be able to bring kids who need permanent loving families together with Australian families. They'll come from a range of additional countries. And importantly, I think that there is now a recognition at the state level by the state leaders that the system within Australia also needs to be reformed such that we get rid of what's almost like the rail gauge system where we have different width tracks in different states. We need to find some common harmony in terms of the way in which we're ultimately administering the process within Australia as well as in our relationships overseas.
So, I mean, we hear about how hard it is, and obviously common sense would say that there has to be some very rigorous checks and balances in a system like this. But what is the main hurdle that families who want to adopt face?
Well, there are a series of complicated and interrelated hurdles, if you like. About 5 years ago, the average wait time was 3 years. Now it's blown out to 5 years. The things that have caused this, in part, of course, we only treat at the moment with 9 countries. So the, if you like, the number of countries with whom we have arrangements to adopt children from is very limited. America has relations with some 100 countries. Within Australia, you have situations in one state, for instance, where in order to be in the queue for adoption, you must attend a compulsory seminar, but that seminar is only run twice a year. So if you miss the seminar, you can be 1 year behind without even taking a step. So these are the sort of problems that have plagued a broken system, but which we've been calling on not just the Prime Minister, but indeed the leaders of all political parties to help us address. And it's great to see that there's serious movement at the station.
Now, can you just tell us a bit about your own story, because you're in an interesting position of having witnessed it from both ends?
Well, that's true, and perhaps I'd say maybe the best and the worst of adoption practice. I was an adopted child. My mother, who I've since reunited with, was from the so-called fourth generation. She was a young Catholic woman who gave me up at 3 days of age. I formed a reunion with her 10 years ago, and fortunately that's been a joyful coming back together of a family. In my case also, my wife and I adopted a beautiful little boy from South Korea back in 2005. He's now 9 years of age, and it's just a delightful way to live one's life, to be able to form a family in that manner. And for us, that was the way in which a family would be formed and could be formed. We also hope that in coming years it will be possible for our son Sang to be reunited with his birth family, and I certainly understand the importance of, where possible, having open adoption processes that allow that to be part of the adoption relationship.
John ONeill, good luck with your work and thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.